So apparently there was another live streamed murder on Facebook, and this time the victim was a 19-year-old named Serena McKay. On liveleak.com, well, you don't need to watch it. I saw the thumbnail and that was enough to see. She was beaten to death by two teenage girls. One of their names is Lene Cook, and the other's name is Chrissy Jacobs. Just like it sounds, spelled just like it sounds, I mean. And so these girls beat this girl to death, and I'm gonna bet money on, or I'm just gonna bet that it was based out of that it was fueled by jealousy. That's what I'm gonna guess, because the only times in my life I was bullied or threatened to be fought by other girls was from jealousy. Either way, let's just play the devil's advocate and pretend like this victim truly did something that would make someone infuriated. Why did these girls think it was okay to be physical like that? You can tell by these girls' voices, the two perpetrators, you can tell by the way they speak, you can tell by what their interests are and their overall lifestyles are. I did some stalking on their Facebook pages. You can tell that they've been raised to think that physical violence is somehow normal, and that should be the initial reaction to any sort of, as soon as you're angry, that should be how you act. I've seen it with some parenting styles. When my kids and I had to be in the women's shelter, I saw that this was actually accepted, apparently, in this day and age, to exemplify so much anger and hostility. I want to know what makes you think as a parent that it is okay to watch entertainment where people are fighting each other. I don't mean like Wild West movies. I'm talking about like Jerry Springer type things, or wrestling, or I don't know. I don't even watch TV anymore. But let's actually go away from that. Let's go to the music for a minute, because one area I've noticed that is very common with all gangster thug type behaviors is the music they like. You ask any thug, which in my opinion a thug is anybody who resorts to physical violence, whether it's through beating or guns. You ask any thug what their favorite music genre is, and they're going to say rap. That's what they're going to say. They're not going to say rock. They're not going to say hip hop. They're not going to say classical. They're not going to say that they don't care for music. They're not going to say country. They're not going to say hip hop. They're not going to say blues. They're not going to say jazz. They're going to say rap. And it's not because of the musical melody of rap. It's because of the lyrics. It's because rap is about making yourself sound powerful by bragging about how violent you are, by bragging about how much money you have, by bragging about how you are disrespecting people sexually and pretty much physically in every aspect of that you can. And while some of you may listen to rap and be fine, and while not all rap does this, the majority of rap does. If you right now were to Google the #1 rap song and look at the lyrics, because I've done it. If you look at the lyrics of the #1 rap songs, all it's doing is referring to women as hoes, talking about what women should be doing sexually in a very explicit way, cursing, talking about drugs, and rapping about money, and rapping about killing people, as if that's something to brag about, as if that's something that should be a lifestyle or a hobby or normal. Life is too precious to be rapping about deaths like it's a video game. But yeah, I feel like that has a lot to do with the violence. As I was looking at these girls, the perpetrators' Facebook pages, it's so apparent that the generations under us who are obsessed with killing people they all, like I said, music is something that stays with us. It is nostalgic even if we don't realize it. When we're little, what we're listening to in our parents' cars, in our rooms, on our little first radios that we have, on YouTube with our headphones on, as we're kids and we grow up and we listen to this stuff, it's helping mold our perspectives, even if we don't realize it. It is. There's no surprise That children who grow up listening to classical are a lot of times more intellectual, or kids who grow up listening to talk radio can articulate themselves better, or kids who grow up listening to jazz end up delving into art. You know, having a dirty room, your child's room being messy, there being litter all over their floor. Litter is not exclusive to objects. Litter can also be a mental kind of litter. There can be a litter of that you can hear. When you listen to trash, it is littering your child's brain. It is littering it. It is dirtying their settings. Settings put a mood, and they put and just they shape a child's outlook, like I keep saying, without even realizing it. So if your child is growing up to think that not only it's normal to just beat people up and kill, but that's actually cool to do, and you can actually get rich from bragging about it in music. Look, I understand that some kids have to grow up in hoods, many kids. I understand. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I understand that's a reality. And so for a lot of kids, if they hear people rapping about the hood, it brings a sense of familiarity. I get that. But there's a difference between, like, the lyrics, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. That's an example of one from when I was little. There's nothing really explicit in it. Essentially, he's rapping about and singing. The bigger dude's a great singer. Essentially, it's about the struggle of growing up in the hood, and it's respectable. But nowadays, you have lyrics where they are just outright bragging about killing people for no reason, or their reasoning is because they just don't like them. Seriously, Google top rap. I'm gonna do it right now. Top rap song 2017. Okay. All right. Top rap. I'm gonna do 2016 actually because it's not fully okay. Because nothing showed up yet because I was going off the Billboard charts. Okay, so on the Billboard charts, top number 1 for 2016, the whole year it stayed at number 1, it's by Bad and Bougie, and it's called Migos. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Migos. So let's just look that up. Migos lyrics. This is the number 1 song that's being played on the radio, which means that if your child is listening to a rap station, this is probably going to be played. Censored or not, let's just hear the lyrics as they are. Where'd it go? Oops. I'm sorry, you guys. I should have been more prepared for this video, but my nostrils were flaring like this before I started recording because of how angry. My chest is actually really red from anger. It'll go away, and people are going to deny this because they're going to say they love rap, they grew up listening to it. But there's, if you have kids, you need to understand how music influences the brain. It's almost like seeing through a certain kind of lens. And it doesn't matter if it didn't affect you negatively. That means that you had enough other positive influence. But if you grow up and all you're surrounded by is the same sort of lifestyle in these lyrics, you don't have a balance. You have nothing really that's a good example. You don't really have, all this music is doing is promoting this sort of lifestyle. It's making it sound like it's cool to be this way. So good for you, if you had a nice home and good parents and a good example and a good education. But if you didn't have any of that and you hear this sort of lyrics, okay, so let's go to the lyrics. I'm sorry. Migos, I don't know, Migos by Bad and Bougie. Okay. Young, rich, sorry, this is the lyric. Niggas, so we never really had no old money. We got a whole lot of new money though, ha. Raindrops, drop top, smoking on cookie in the hot box. Effin', that's not what it really says. On your bitch, she's a thought, cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't trust nobody, grip the trigger. Call up the gang, they come and get you. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. My bitch is bad and bougie, cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. Because, it's really cool to brag about how many rounds you have of ammo. My bitch is bad and bougie, cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. Offset, whoa, 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 whoa. Rackins on Rackins got back ends on back ends. I'm riding around in a coupe. I take your BITCH from you. BITCH, I'm a dog, wolf. Beat that hoe. Walls loose. Hop in the frog. Whoa, I tell that BITCH don't come for me. I swear these niggas is under me. They hate and the devil keep jumping me. Bankrolls on me, keep me company. Because cash is just, that's what really should be keeping you happy. We do the most, yeah. Pull up and ghost, yeah. My diamond's a choker, holding the fire with no holster. Rick the ruler, diamonds cooler. This a Rolly, not a Mueller. Dab it on them like the usual. Magic with the brick voodoo. Courtside with a bad BITCH. Then I send the BITCH through Uber. I'm young and rich, and plus I'm a bougie. I'm not stupid, so I keep the Uzi. Because that's cool. Rackings on rackings, got back ends on back ends. So my money making, my backache. You niggas got a low act rate. I'm sorry I keep having to say that. It's not a hard R, it's the lyric, okay? We from the north, yeah, that way. Fat cookie blunt in the ashtray. Two BITCHs, just National Smash Day. So then it goes on and on again about the dope in the crock pot. Um, Introduce me to your BITCH ASS wifey, and we know she's slutting. Broke a BITCH down, nutty buddy. Now that nigga ducking. Don't move too fast, I'll shoot you. I'm always hanging with shooters. Might be posted somewhere secluded. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to read all this. This is the #1 played song right now on the rap stations. Sure, the curse words are censored, but what about bragging about cooking dope? And what about bragging about killing people? And do you not hear this? This is not something that should be glorified. And that's what it is to the younger generations. If they're hearing it, I don't care about how cool the beat is and that it's #1. Don't tell me that it didn't affect you. That doesn't mean that if people who have a proclivity already because of all their vulnerabilities and in their in their environment, this is the finishing recipe right here. These girls liked this stuff. They listened to this stuff. It became their gospel. When you listen to music enough, it's part of our senses. Don't tell me music doesn't influence us. You may like rap now, but if you heard this kind of stuff as a child, which that neighborhood that these girls were from, and that the governor came out and talked about it. He talked about all the crime and gangs and the music they like. This is an example. So you can argue with me all you want, but hearing music is something that is food for, like I said, our hearing. It feeds us audibly. It's no different than tasting and smelling and seeing. It's just as important. It has everything to do with our existence. And it doesn't have to be G rated, but my God. And you can say, well, rock talks about drugs. Yeah, there was in the 70s, it was huge for rock singers to sing about like acid, shrooms, and but again, the violence. I don't hear the violence in other genres. And don't even try to make this a race thing. This is not a race thing. I'm literally going off of facts. I'm going off of what is in front of me, and I'm going off of statistics. And if you look in our country, by the way, people always say, well, how come the minorities in America are way more crime ridden than the minorities in other countries? Well, look at the top music genres in America. It used to be rock for a long time and then pop. For the last 10 years, it's been rap. Not hip hop, not blues, rap. That's been the #1 music genre downloaded on Spotify in the last 5 to 10 years. Google it. Google it. Don't take my word for it. And if you want to tell me that doesn't have an influence on the younger cultures, think again. So I needed to vent about it because I'm just so sick of the forms of entertainment our country does not care about. In the end, our country just cares about monetary profit. That's really all it cares about. These rappers throw out lyrics for shock value that they know people are going to think makes them so cool and powerful, and they know it's going to sell a lot of downloads on iTunes. That's all the country cares about. But as a parent, these two girls who beat this girl to death, they were growing up listening to this kind of junk. And as a parent, it was your job to make sure that they weren't. Ooh! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm open-minded and I don't believe in censoring. But there's a phrase, if you're too open-minded, your brain falls out. And I believe in that wholeheartedly because I think tact is overrated, okay? But there's a fine line between tact or excuse me, there's a fine line between uh, being blunt and being disrespectful. When you cross out of blunt territory into disrespect territory, there's no excusing that. And it's one thing to sing bluntly about women being sexy. It's one thing to sing bluntly about, yeah, I got drunk or whatever. It's one thing to sing bluntly about mistakes we've made in our life, or to paint about it or write about it, any way that you want to express this artistically. But when you are bragging about it to a point of disrespect, no shame, and that you're going to keep on doing it, and you make it a lifestyle, how is that excusable? I don't care if you like the beats. I don't care if you like the mix. I'm talking about the message it's sending to the younger generations. These top hit songs. These aren't underground music that you find from Googling deeply in the web. These are the #1 hit songs on rap stations. Okay? Easily accessible. So whatever. I needed to vent about that. This is gonna make people mad who like rap music, and they're just gonna say without even watching the video that I like rap and that's so stupid. Blah, 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 blah. And a lot of this, what I'm saying, could also be applied to video games where killing people is glorified. I'm not talking about like Warcraft, or people are like in other, and I actually can't stand those MMO. I can't stand things like Warcraft because I feel like they're too addicting for people. But whatever. At least it's not like I'm talking about like Call of Duty games where people are actually having fun pretending that, like, reenacting something that people should actually hate, like war. People who have fun doing that, I feel like there's an aggressive streak in their body that they have to release, and it's unhealthy. And all that's doing to me is enforcing that and fueling something that could possibly be lit, like it's done for many people. If you just go to the Wikipedia of all the recent mass shootings, almost all those mass shooters were addicted to Call of Duty. Addicted. I don't mean they played it. I mean they were addicted to it. The Muslim ones too. It's not exclusive to white guys. The terrorists were addicted. Oh, and that's another thing. I need to have statistics pulled up on here. I need to have statistics because that's another thing. Is a lot of rappers, a lot of wannabe rappers from all over the world end up being the terror. Google every terrorist who has been made the news, and have the word after it, have the word rapper or aspiring rapper or rap music, and tell me in the comments what you see, because it's amazing. I need to go get my kids down from school, but yeah.